What if I told you that in the palm of my hand, I have this really good base design? Would you want to see it? I would. So we'll start off with a simple square, wall it in on 3 sides, and place the TC into its normal position. Our entrance will be 3 triangles, 1 low one, and 2 raised ones that get half walls around the outer edge. After we put a roof on this, we can finish the entrance. This will be a central hub for our finished base at the end, but for now it works great as an airlock and some roof access. You should use sheet metal doors as soon as you can, but for the very beginning, wood will work fine. Adding a door onto this path ensures people won't go deep on you if your front door is left open. Now let's set up our starting items. Our sleeping bag can go right next to the TC, just make sure that you can still place a half wall here after. The placement of our first small box doesn't really matter, just be sure that when you get your first large box that it goes all the way up against the back wall. Since we technically have a second floor entrance, we'll need a way up. Using the furnace in this corner works great for this. Now you can see how we exit, and with our entrance being so high up, adding a triangle foundation here will make entering the base possible. So like I said, you'll want to get metal doors as soon as you can, so I'll do that now. If we come out the front door, we're going to add a small section on just to make it a bit safer. So we'll add 2 triangles on the floor here and a full wall. Our new single door entrance will go here, and the door should swing out where there will be an airlock later. We need to place a half wall here and on the other side this triangle so that we could jump up and secure the rest of this section with walls. Now we can easily fill in the roof and put an extra triangle right in front of our entrance. From this side we could place our last wall. Now jumping down is very easy, but getting back up, not so much. Once again, using a furnace here is the best way. One cool trap you can add here will cover your new front entrance. So with the new front door, traveling through this hallway will now be way less scary. If you happen to have 3 windows of any type now, we can secure above the TC room. Reinforced glass windows are preferred because they deny any access to the room, but they do require a BP. These windows play an important role, which we will come back to later, but for right now, let's go ahead and expand our storage space. The first large box we placed is permanent, but now we can add another one right in front of it. It can be a bit tricky to place, but you really want to take the time to get it right. Oh, sorry, what I mean by right is up against this box and the wall. Now we want to flip a barbecue like this and place it right up against the box. We can put the small box back under it, and once again should check if we can still place this half wall. Now we still have a second half to put on top of what we already have here, but first let me show you where our level 1 workbench goes. Since the level 1 is very easy to break, you can pretty much put it anywhere for now. I find here to work just fine. We do have all of the basics down now, so it's time to get a little bit more advanced. We're going to add drop down loot rooms on each side of the base. We'll start on the left here with a triangle and a square. We can double stack both of these walls, close off the top part, and seal it from the front like this. Under this second window, we only have to add a triangle. This section is more for honeycomb than it is utility. Once that is sealed, we can add in our last section, which will be the other drop down loot room. There is one slight variation here which will also give us roof access. It's the same footprint, same walls, but we'll leave this single top square open. This opening at the top will be our roof access point, which we'll build next, but if we fly around real quick, you can see the base is really starting to take some shape. These windows on the inside lead to our 3 utility rooms. Let's build this one first since we can seal the roof from it at the same time. We'll need a floor to stand on and also a half-height square right here. We can now jump up and add the access point. The wall frame goes in this spot by the triangle. To build the surrounding walls, you could first place twig in this spot here, which will make them much easier to place. You can break it after, place the roof, and add on your door. The final base does have a garage door up here, but you could use whatever you have available to you. Down here we could add one more wall frame with the garage door facing in. This will section the bottom part from the top. The next room we'll work on is this triangle one since it's very simple. We only need to place the floor in, which we will add furnaces to later. For our final room past this window, we'll need to add the triangle floor in, and once again we'll add a wall frame with the garage door facing in. The reason the garage doors face the square is so that you can't see them from the outside. You can replace these windows as you see necessary. Like most loot rooms, we need a half-height floor through the middle to increase the potential storage space that it offers us. So on our new addition, we can use this twig buildup. We also want the same buildup for the other loot room, and running around here you can see how far apart they actually are. From the inside of the base, we can now jump down and add a triangle on this wall. We want to upgrade it to stone. Now there are many ways to use this, which we will go over very shortly. But for now, if we come back up to the window hub, we can add the same triangle on this side. Once they are both upgraded, you can come outside and break all of the twig. At this time, we'll want to finish our actual bunker. So we'll use this twig buildup, which will allow us to place this triangle inside of the bunker. Upgrade it to stone. We can upgrade the walls and the ceiling to HQM. Our first large box can go all the way up against the back wall, and our second one can be placed much easier from over here. For this box, it's important that it's flush with the box behind it, or it's possible it will block the upper half wall. Our third box goes right up against the TC. Our bunker is now done. Check if you could place these 2 half walls, and when you can, upgrade the top one to HQM. This twig is where the seal will be, and we can easily access everything we just built. With the core done, it's time to solidify the entrance. So we'll start with armoring the raised foundations, upgrading the half walls and floors all to sheet metal. This will stop people from jackhammering the foundations. We'll enclose with the sheet metal half wall on either side. Probably best to get rid of the furnace now. Once you get to this point, the best way to go up and down will be using a ladder, which also doesn't block sealing the bunker itself. With our main storage done below, we can now strengthen our core's door path. Garage doors work best here. We're also going to place our level 2 workbench now, which is why you just saw me get rid of the level 1. We'll build the first loot room behind the right window. We use this twig buildup real quick to get this floor into place. Break the twig and then upgrade it to stone. This shelf will be for additional storage, but first we'll grab our level 2 and place it up against this wall. We can also fit a single small box under it. For the bottom floor, first thing we'll add is a stone wall frame with a garage door. This triangle is a great place for a large battery. We want to make sure it's all the way in the corner though, so that the rest of the stuff fits down here. Now we can turn around and grab ourselves 3 small boxes. We'll want them to be all the way back and up against the HQM foundation. Now HQM foundations are kind of weird. They have a huge hitbox, so it will always look like they're not actually touching it. Once those are in, we can get 3 large boxes. They all face the same way. The first 2 can be placed from the ground level like this. Keep in mind, it's only possible to place these if the small boxes are all placed good. The third one is easier to place from up here. You won't be able to get it behind the wall frame, but make sure it's up against it. With all those in place, you should be able to sneak a single small box into the remaining gap. Now for this triangle here, we can fit a computer station and a small box. The idea is to get the station as far in this corner as possible, which is kinda tough because the hitbox on this is enormous. If you get it in place, you can fit the small box right next to it here. Now this area is done. Now if we jump up here, we do still have this space. When there is half a 1x1 worth of space, my go-to filler uses 2 large boxes, 4 small ones, and 2 barbecues. Now if we could jump into here, our first large box goes in the back right corner, and the second one goes in the back left corner. These should go in nice and easy, and we can grab the 2 barbecues right after. We want the barbecue to face this way, and we should be able to fit a small box under it. If we turn around, we should be able to fit the same thing on this side. Now standing in the middle, we can grab the final 2 small boxes. The first one should have its front lined up with the 2 large boxes. The last one faces the other way, and you should be able to place it while still standing on the shelf. Now this wing is done, so we can move over to the other side here. On this side, once again, we'll start off on the bottom by adding a wall frame and a garage door. Our level 3 will go in this triangle, but first let's add in some of the large boxes to this corner. If you have the room to crawl through here, they are placed right. Our level 3 goes into this triangle. Take your time to get it as far back and as far left as you can. Now we grab 4 small boxes, the first of which goes under the level 3. If we rotate it, we can get the second one into this gap. Grab 2 more small boxes and place the first 2 up against the HQM foundation like the other side. I like to jump up here and place the third one. Grab 1 more box and line it up against the wall frame like this. Now we can stand on top of it and place the final box here, and then you could rotate the level 3 back. Now we can grab our repair bench and 2 small boxes. The bench goes here up against the wall with the 2 small boxes underneath it. Nice and simple. Now if we jump back up, this wing is now complete as well. We do still have this space up here, which you can use as you see fit. Personally, I think it's a cheeky spot for some extra sleeping bags and maybe a locker. This room is behind 2 garage doors from the roof. Back into our main core, we still have a single triangle worth of space. You can't really do much with it, but you can fit 3 small furnaces in it. Place the one in the back first, and then the 2 in the front should fit right in. Now 2 separate main loot rooms are done, but we still have 2 triangles worth of space to build another one in. Place twig here to make this easier. We'll want to split this into 2 shelves, and we could do that like this. The shelves itself should be stone. We'll place our first large box like this, and our second one like that. You should be able to fit in this barbecue and a small box facing this direction. The small box is in this direction so that you could still access the large box behind it. Now place twig here to build the top part easier. Up here we'll build the exact same thing as we just did on the bottom. Before we come down, this is a great time to place 3 lanterns up here. This is to store low-grade fuel, which preserves the box space for better items. Symmetry is something I just can't escape, so let's place the same amount of lanterns down here. Now we can break this twig and jump down to place the bunker ladder back into position. Now all our main areas are done, but in the interest of making use of all the space, we can grab 2 more large boxes and 2 small ones for this square here. If we place a large box flush under each window, it also helps with walking through the windows seamlessly. The 2 small boxes pretty much go right up the middle. Now we have some additional storage space here, and you see, walking through the windows is as easy as cake. Now starting at the front, let's strengthen up the base. We'll add 2 single door slots on a triangle to the front. This adds an airlock with 2 ways out. In this first room, we'll upgrade this triangle to sheet metal and add a stone wall in front. Break this trap and close it with the half wall. After the first jump up, we'll add a wall frame with a sheet metal double door in it. Once you find one, you can replace this door here with an armored double door. Now if we run through the whole base towards the roof access point, we'll want to strengthen this path up with a wall frame here and a garage door in it. If you notice when we were passing through, I've added a single small box right here. This is to help getting through the window from this side very fast. To finish this base, it's time to do our upgrading. The best place to start this will be the roof since it's the most vulnerable. If you're really afraid of splash damage after all this is sheet metal, you can also add a defense floor with reinforced glass windows. Now for the rest of the upgrading, I won't commentate unless something interesting comes up. Just make sure that you upgrade all the pieces in the same order as shown in the video and you will avoid any problems. Okay, so as you were able to see, nothing too complicated there. Some upgrading inside and some upgrading from the outside. This will make the base much stronger. If you don't like the outer shell being sheet metal, you can always add more stone honeycomb around it. Well, that is pretty much the base. As always, if you have something to add to the build, or if you find any mistakes I may have overlooked, please let me know about them in the comments below. See you in the next one. By the way, it's great to be back.